All right. Mic check. Mic check. Mic check. All right. I think it's good. I think it's good. Um, Let me see if I can boot up my chat from here. So I got rid of my cursor windows because they were eating up like 2 gigs of RAM each. This is Windows Terminal right here, doing its best. Oh my god. I guess we'll just go to good old git bash. cd uh, where is my chat app? cd documents. All right. um, Python PyChat. Anything? Okay. Connect. Paste. The setup is taking a while, isn't it? Wow, this is completely dead. Um, how is it that the Control C also doesn't work here? Yes, please, because it's not working. Um, I think it's PyChat. Damn. I didn't want to open my cursor, man. I don't know why it's not working here. I think it's because I was doing something funky with the terminal. This is just, it's not even responding anymore. I guess we'll just wait for cursor to boot up. There we go. File, open recent, PyChat. I guess I can just start debugging here. PyChat. I didn't even touch this code. So if it's not working, it's probably because of something else. Hey, there you go. 1, 2, 3. All right. Okay, I guess we have one cursor window open now, because Windows Terminal just did not want to work. So I wrote a little script to help me with this. So we've got our server and our editor running in the background. So we can see it here. So yeah, all right. I was a little bit distracted this weekend, but I still got some work done. Also, by the way, check this out. We've got a mic now. I like this. It's not that difficult to set up. It just works out of the box. I have it plugged in my laptop over here. If I decide to use it on my phone, I think I can do that too. That's what it's made for. But this setup is nice. I prefer this to a massive microphone in my face. hopefully the battery is not an issue with this. Cool. So new features. Let's just quickly go over the new stuff that I've added. So I think I mentioned in one of the streams that I did, I wanted to have a little bit of action going on in the starting area. Well, we got it. We got some stuff going here. So check this out. This is our little meditation pedestal, where we can't really interact with this, but it's a nice kind of it's a starting point. I like it. We have these lamps. I think they're, I don't know what the technical term for diya is, but it's a diya. And these will line up as a function of how many levels you've completed. So if you've played the game for many days, then there will be like a bunch here and a bunch here. It isn't really like incentivizing you with any kind of like a streak system or anything. So the game isn't, it isn't doing that dark pattern of like, hey, if you come every day, then we'll give you a bonus or something like that. I don't want to do that. So this is just a little way to mark how many levels you've completed. This right here is let's just call it, it's called a butter lamp, or we'll just call it lamp. This lamp here is for bookmarking. So if I activate this and I go here to this menu, which wasn't there before, if you noticed, yeah, here I can just go back to the previous level, and I can reset. So that menu shows up. I can also deactivate this, and then that menu goes away because you have no bookmarks right now. So yeah, that's the bookmarking feature. Now here's the catch. This is not always available though. This thing is only available. Let's see if it works. Okay. I can't test that right now. So I'll explain the system. These butter lamps are going to be hidden inside the level, one a day. And we'll have like a maximum amount that you can store, and we'll place the extras here. That's what we're going to do today. So that's one like collectible item that we have right now. So say I'm playing the level like this, I'm still tuning this, so all of this is not final, but what's gonna happen is one of these props, okay, one of these, like these pots, this random garbage, and this grass will quietly swap out and be replaced with that butter lamp. And you have to identify that and just like go there and click it. So it's not like a walkover thing with the other pickups that we have. So this is like it's more deliberate. So you have to kind of like identify it. You have to walk over towards it, look at it, and then press the interact button, and it will add it to your stash. Now there isn't really like a stash the way you would have in say Diablo 2. That's just my reference. I'm sure there are other games that have stashes. But that's how the system is going to work. So once you're back here, then this thing will show, this table otherwise would be empty if you don't have any butter lamps. But now that you have one, it'll display over here like this. Now if say I set this, okay, and I wait till tomorrow and I start like the level tomorrow, if I only have one butter lamp, this thing won't be visible. This not just the flame, the whole lamp won't be here, because like you've already used one. And if you want to bookmark this level, you're going to have to go back to the level which is bookmarked and go there and boop, put it out. So that's so you'll see it here. That's basically, yeah, that's the system. That's the bookmark system. And I think a limit of 10, maybe 12, something like that, where you can just like save the levels that you enjoy playing. Now this takes care of the issue that I discussed last time, where I don't want all levels to be available all the time. Right now I'm thinking to enable the date picker on weekends, so you can just like you can just reshuffle your bookmarks on the weekends. It's just you don't have all the levels available all the time, but you get to change them around on the weekend. So that's another kind of freedom that you have, so that you don't feel like you're completely locked out of some level. So say for example you're speedrunning and you um, you like a certain level and you start playing it, and then somebody else who wants to get in on it cannot because they didn't bookmark the level. So all they have to do is wait till the weekend. It's a nice I know it'll just be like frustrating for some players that they can't just swap levels all the time, but I want to have that restriction so that it doesn't feel like all the content is available all the time. I don't want the game to have that vibe, basically. So I think this system is a nice happy middle. That's why I think I'm gonna stick with that for now, unless of course I figure out a different way to do it. So yeah, that's what I've been working on. What else have I worked on? Oh yes, one other thing that I wanted to show you. If you have anything different, anything. How about now? How about now? Well, there's no one in the chat, but I'll just keep playing this game. Now, do you see a difference? How about now? And now again. See, so I think without the bloom, the lights just looked very doesn't really feel like a light. And this central artery also is lit up, if you can see. Not all the way into the distance, it kind of fades out. So yeah, bloom a little, like it's really just, it's a one pass bloom. It's nothing excessive. We're not going full 2008 style over bloom everything. I'm not doing that. It's just a simple glow around the lights. I think it's really simple. It's very inexpensive. There's one texture, there's one bright pass, and one Gaussian blur on a half size texture. That's it. That's it. Simple. And then I'm doing a simple overlay on top of that. Um, I think it works. I think it does the trick. Just that little bit of production quality that I wanted. I would show you the butter lamp, but what happens is I've actually picked up today's butter lamp, so the game will randomly decide where it wants to put the butter lamp in the level, and once you've lifted it, then you can't lift it again on that same day. So you just get one a day, and once you've picked up the maximum, you can't pick up more. Simple trick. Simple system. So if you wanna max out your butter lamps, you're gonna have to spend at least 12 days looking for them. And given the current system, it's not going to be easy. Like identifying one lamp out of all of these sprinkled around in the level. I will make it so that there is a pattern to it. Of course, because patterns, the world simulation does that. Why shouldn't I do that in my game? Nice. The level is a little bit different today. Neat. Okay. Where were we? What do we want to do next? Okay, here's what we want to do next. Once the level is finished, okay, if you have completed today's level, there needs to be some indicator on the map on the altar that the level has been completed. Now, I'm not 100% sure what exactly I want right now for it, so we're just gonna write the code for it, and change around the models or the sprites later. Also, yeah, these are up. These are the day indicators. So today is Thursday. Today is what? Today is Monday. So this is, oh, my days, my Japanese days. Come on, man. Nichiobi. Nichiobi. Nichiobi is Monday, right? Nichiobi. No, it's Sunday. I messed it up. Sun's day. No, today is Monday. Monday is, Kaiobi is Tuesday. Getsuyobi this. So why this is relevant is because there are going to be productions inside the level which will be a function of what day it is. Simple as. There is also the mechanic of the moon, but the moon is right here, as you can see. Yes, I know there are some distortions on the menu. We're just gonna ignore those right now. Yeah, so yeah, that's relevant. I don't know if I want to put the moon here. I don't know if it's gonna fit. So we have that on the menu, that's fine. Other mechanics include, man, I really wanted to do like full solar system kind of thing, but you know, like the level is different if Mars is in retrograde or something. Gotta make the game solar system aware, you know, otherwise it won't feel like it belongs in our simulation. But we'll get to it. If not with this game, we'll get to it in the next game, okay? Because there's going to be more games. There's going to be more games. So that's one mechanic. And the second mechanic that I figured out over the weekend, this one's really cool, okay? I want to show you this. This is of course, this is just a spoiler stream, so do with it what you will. I was testing this thing out. Spec test, all right? Do you see this bad boy here? Tunnel, okay? I'm going to show you what this looks like. This took a little while to figure out. I had to change up some systems here, but you see how over here there's different geometry. This little tiny room that we've got going here. This is actually not part of this level. So you see here there's no geometry, but in the game it's added that little extra room over there. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna put a bunch of spawns everywhere, in all the rooms and all the hallways and everything, wherever there's space, and we're gonna like add some conditions on top of that to make sure that, you know, we have some patterned system for it. And then we're gonna, what the game's gonna do is it's gonna spawn these little rooms as spots where you can grab secrets. Done. They're pretty hard to notice. This one's pretty wide, but you know, when you're in the thick of the action, it's not that obvious. So I thought it would be like a nice kind of subtle. Oh, I noticed this, so I'm gonna maybe we could have Lovely Planet style indicators at the start of the level that there is going to be a secret inside the level, and yeah, that's the other system. Now what we're gonna put inside it, I haven't decided yet. I wanted to make sense with the rest of the lore and the achievements. I'm pretty sure I'll think of something. Man, a lot of things that I thought that I would, like, I was really nervous about the melee. Like it was pretty obvious that I was nervous about it, and it showed in the demo feedback too. Like people were pretty split on it. I think some players got what I was trying to do, and they kind of described it exactly the way I would describe it. So I'm just like, yeah, you guys, at least someone gets it. But the grievances that players had, the whole spectrum, I was like, I almost saw it coming. I'm just like, yeah, of course, it's not like the regular first-person shooter melee system, and then there's this like weird cutscene QTE thing going on where the windows aren't really that obvious. I also know that, and I didn't fix all of those things because I really didn't have the thing in my head, and I've been telling myself that I don't want to like stress over any of this, and it's been working pretty good so far, because where I am with the melee system now, dude, like some days I'm just like wow, like I thought about that for so long, and I'm finally, we're finally with a version of it that it checks all the boxes that at least I had in my head. I'm sure there are some players who are still not gonna like it, but my hunch is that it's going to be received better than the way it was received in the demo, because it is better in a lot of ways. It's still pretty non-standard. It's still very like not like Call of Duty. So um, there are going to be players who are going to say that, oh, this is just weird. Hey, it is. It's a weird game. No one's trying to hide the fact that it's a weird game. Um, and downstream of that is just like any argument that you want to have. Oh, it's not good design. Oh, it's bad design. Oh, it's like yeah, sure, man. Yeah, I'm not even trying to be some like, I don't want to set some standard or something. Like I'm not competing at that. I'm just trying to make a fun game that I think is fun, and that's it. Uh, oh, did you see that? Did you see that? Some enemies will drop. Yeah, I'm going to actually. Man, this is getting fun. Anywho, let's all right. Let's take this for a spin. Alter. For now, I think we'll just spawn a little dia. Private model entity finished lamp. Just call it bonfire. Okay. Bonfire is equal to, fine, we'll just spawn a table it is. Do beacon. Oh, do bonfire. Dot enabled is equal to do bonfire. Where am I setting the positions? On stage. It's funny how there's a set function and a stage function. Classic confusion, just the way I like it. I think like part of me wants to leave a bunch of stuff to refactor for later. I think that's how I justify all of this. Butter lamp enabled the tab bonfire dot enabled is equal to false. We're just gonna keep that thing off for now. If you're in the other mode, do bonfire transcend active. We are already in transcend active, so don't worry about that. Get score, run id, and score is not equal to -1. Bonfire dot enabled. Bonfire dot position is equal to where am I placing my let's come back to this. Stone pillar. Are you not spawning pillars here? You're not spawning pillars here. We can actually just check this out over here, see what the position is. Lobby. Oh, come on, now what? Wow, that took a while. Sheesh. So if I had another pillar here, where do we place the bonfire? Good question. She just place it right next to the player over here. Ideally, this thing should have collision too. We'll give it some collision. No worries. What is your position? 1.5, 1.5. Okay. New vector 3, 1.5 f, 1.5 f. Ideally, this could be a prefab. I could just put this in the prefabs section. Where am I loading the prefabs? Prefabs. Yeah. So I think there are the special ones that I am not loading. So you see how each prefab has 15 instances being spawned just at random. Just round this off to a power of 2. So, because I do have one-off prefabs that I want to, maybe I can write this programmatically inside this script. Can I do that? Type prefab type prefab descriptor. Prefab descriptor will have to be changed. Prefab descriptor. Fine. Public bool single. Okay, and over here, type mesh is equal to this. Output plus is equal to, wait, we're setting the type and mesh plus is equal to f single is equal to false. Okay, I think we need to load these up here. Singles is equal to table collider. Bro, what? No, please don't. Do we have a table collider? Yeah, we do. So if it is in singles, then we will output true, else false. If name in singles, output plus is equal to true, otherwise else. Is this how you write Python? False. I know there's some way to shorthand this, but we're not going to do that right now. Python prefab compile. No. Prefabs data single. False, false, false. True. All right, cool. So we can add an extra one over there. World. If dot single. If not single. Okay, and we loop through this bad boy again, and if it is single, then we are going to add type key prefab bool prefab descriptor just one, just so that we don't have too many extras. We don't need to We don't need to loop again. Else. Even better. 116. John Blow would be proud. Nah, no, he won't. So what are we gonna do? We're gonna put a bonfire right here. I want it to be a little bit more ceremonial. What is the item that you find in Dark Souls where you can start to teleport all over the place? I forget. Kind of like a bigger. A bonfire would be too obvious. Well, we had very obvious Dark Souls references in Lovely Planet too. There was literally a praise the sun in Lovely Planet. What can I say, man? I'm a fan. Yeah, it's cool actually how I made Lovely Planet after I played Dark Souls. That game just did something, man. Just did something. Did something really well. I like Dark Souls. Okay, let's just spawn it around here for now, and then we will check back on this. Butter Lab Table Collider. Now, again, this Table Collider, it right, because the Table Collider is not even, it's not, this is broken. This is broken. Because if the table is not set, so we can confirm this. We will go. Oh no, this is only in transcend mode. In the transcend mode, table is always enabled. Fine, we got saved this time. Because I don't want the table to be active. You see, this is where if we were in Unity, it would all be a lot easier. See, there's no collision here. There's collision here, but there's no collision here. That table collider is just so unnecessary. I just don't like it. Table.enabled. I'm gonna change it. I need it to make sense just for that reason. And I know it's not gonna make that much of a difference, but I need there's already a lot of stuff that's all over the place. I think if there was one thing less that was not all over the place, it would be cool. Table underscore collider. Okay. Stone pillar. Base mesh underscore stone pillar. Table collider. Now we need to open the. This is the other thing that's really tough. I don't know where I've kept the models. There's like so many files. So many files here. Bookmark flame. No. Butter lamp. Okay. We're gonna. This is hopefully the same version of Blender so that it doesn't crash out. Good. Base mesh table. Okay, we're gonna rename this to table. Okay, table. And you, sir, can go back to just universal. Okay. Export prefab serializer. I never described this stuff, right? Like I wrote this stuff way back, way back. All these Python scripts, I didn't even use AI for that. I just quickly figured out what the Blender output stuff is, and I just quickly slapped together this script that goes through all the scenes, and practically just what it does is it extracts the OBJs and some collision data that I wanted, and it exports it directly into the game. So this sorry, this prefabs data, this is being baked by this prefab compile script. So instead of table collider here, we're just going to say table, and we're just going to run this to see if everything is in order. Oh, I'm going to have to prefab compile Python prefab data base mesh table single true. Very good. Base mesh table. Do you have a collider, sir? Yes, you do. Okay. I hope this shows up the same way as the model. I guess there's only one way to find out. Underscore table prefab. This is now going to be a private prefab table bonfire underscore table deactivate. I think it will deactivate the prefab on its own, so I don't need to do that. Table.draw also will not be required because that will be handled by the world renderer. Table.enabled underscore table is equal to prefab table table.position. Oh, where is this being set? Oh no, did I remove that? Did I remove the table position being set? Oh, come on. Where did I set the table position? I changed so many files already. Table position. I didn't delete it. So it's being set here. Correctamundo. Okay, I'll just spawn this before. Okay. I don't know what you're doing here, but I'm just gonna leave you there. Okay. Table dot position. Okay. Let's see if this works. So this will only get triggered on this will only get triggered on transcend mode, so it shouldn't show up on the regular modes. Oh, no need for that. See, I have other prefabs going up too, so it's pretty okay. This, the amount of oh no, did I copy the butter lamb instead of the table? I did do that. Butter lamb round table. My bad. Prefabs table table. import. If I was in Unity right now, this would just be a drag and drop. But we're not, so at least I get to decide how each part of the pipeline works, even though it's a little bit slow. Okay, all right. This still doesn't have collision, and that's fine. I don't want to be able to shoot the table anyway. Thinking if we should have like the gun disabled. Anywho, so yeah, we have this working. If I just complete. My bonfire is not showing. Bonfire. Because I am not drawing it. Bonfire.draw. This draw should be a little bit up ahead. I want to drag this down here. I like to keep it so that the init stuff is on top, the update stuff's in the middle, and the draw stuff is at the end. Cool. Did anybody text? Because I don't have my chat is working. My chat is working just fine. Yes. Table. Hey, there you go. Cool. So this happens when you complete the level. Fine for now. We'll find a different model for this. Just want to check if the table doesn't. Yes, there's no table here because we don't need bookmarks there. Send. Yo, this is like on the level you're at. So if you're on level 5, there will be just 4, huh? Ascend 1 will have 0. Can we please fix this? Ascend score count, normal score count, LDR times 1+. Yeah, so it's times 2 because there's going to be like 1 on each side. Okay, cool. Git committee. What are we going to do here? Prefab singles. Table now in prefab. Nice. Nice. I'm just gonna reply to my followers on Instagram. Happy New Year. Okay, so we have the bonfire in. I think it would be cool if it was set up in a way where there was like some artifact, some model that's there already, which lights up or changes when you beat the level. Ideally, that would be the right way to do it. So the player would be like, oh, what is this? I don't understand what this is. And then once they beat the level, then it could light up, or if it was actually a beacon, it could be like this light going up on top. I'll think through it. It'll come to me. I'm pretty sure it'll come to me. What else? What else do we want to do here? We want to render the what? Render the extra butter lamps that we have. Okay, so here, butter lamps PS. Butter lamps PS. There is a constant for this. Constants dot x lamp max lamps. And here I think the name of the model is butter lamps. Butter lamp. Okay. Scale variant 0, base scale 1. Cool. Yeah, this is, I don't think this is required, so I'm going to remove it. Dias ps dot clear butter lamp ps dot clear bake, very cool, deactivate butter lamp ps butter lamp ps. I am storing somewhere over here the extra bookmark, extra available. There you go. Now the extra available will not include the map that the lamp that is on the table. Extra lamps is being calculated. What are you doing? Extra lamp is being calculated as a function of the total number of lamps that you've picked up minus the total bookmarks that you've set. So if I have 2 lamps and I have made 1 bookmark, then there should be 1 extra lamp. Cool. For var I is equal to 0, I is lesser than extra available I plus dias dot emit butter lamp ps dot emit. This is a complicated calculation. Minus 0.5 margin x side margin 5 disp row. I did not understand any of that. Why is this plus 5? Margin is 0.25. 5 I think is the distance. So I think we'll go 5 minus margin. 5 minus 0.25. 5 minus 0.25. Sure, 5 minus 0.25. Now this will have to start a little bit up ahead because there are the pillars. Okay. Unit x. I think we're on the negative side here. Negative 5 plus 0.25. Okay, plus what's the displacement? I think is 0.5. So 0.5 f times I. I'm gonna have to give myself a few extra butter lamps. I have no way to edit the save file right now. I did write a little, well, I didn't write it, Grok wrote it. A simple Python script that allows me to do like Python save, and then it shows me a full rundown of all the information saved in my save file. Because here extra available would be 0, I think that's why. Hey, 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 hey! I have 3 lamps. cool, bro. Should we check out how that works? Um, Python save. No, Python save.py. Labs 3. I still have to exclude the one that's on the table. Have to include the one that's on the table. Extra available is greater than 0. Yes. Okay. So why can't I see this? Emit. Are you here? No, you're not. Are you here? No, you're not. Maybe it's not visible because I am not rendering it. And I didn't bake it either. Clearing it here. Butter lamp. Butter lamp, butter lamp, butter lamp. Butter lamp, butter lamp, butter lamp. Butter lamp, ps.draw. Let's try that again. I've got basic stats being saved in the save file because I mean we have a dictionary, so I thought, you know, why not? I want to miss this sweet wine. I can just go buy more. I think I'll do that. And I think this is the sweetest wine I've ever had in my life. I kind of like it. I could get into wine, man. It's really nice. It feels better somehow now compared to beer. Some beer just gives me a headache. Hey, look at that. So we can just stack these bad boys over here. These are tiny, aren't they? That's okay. We can just stack them here. Ideally, there would be like a shelf where we could put them. I don't want to do a shelf now. I think they should be stacked here because over there we already have the diyas. You know, this would be so much nicer to do in Unity. I feel like you can tell I'm missing Unity a little bit with this stuff, right? All the rest of the stuff is procedurally generated, but here I'm kind of like putting stuff down by hand. That's why I think it's just a little bit more tedious, and that's okay. Extra available. Which way? Yeah, I don't want to double stack the items. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna change this equation. That's how I say equation in Hindi. Okay, we're gonna go to the same. That's where we're spawning the extra diyas, right? Where am I spawning the extra diyas? Yeah, there you go. Minus z 0.2, and over here we are going to start from -5. Okay, plus let's say 0.25 plus I times 0.35 because they're smaller than the diyas. Let's try that again. I'm thinking to keep it down to like 8 or 10, so we don't have to make too much space for these. I have to move on from this and do other stuff. I haven't thought about what else we're going to have that's going to behave like pickups. Oh, is that it? Now where's the rest of them, man? Is it behind this? Just tell me like it is, man. Just tell me like it is. This is the same model that I had in Lovely Planet. I just wanted to put it here as a token. If my younger self plays this game in a different timeline, he will know. He will know. He will know. Is it lined up? Is it lined up, guys? Is it lined up? I don't know if it's lined up. 0.25, okay. -5 minus here. There you go. That ought to fix it. It goes -5 in that direction, plus 0.5 plus. Okay. Please work. Cool. That delta is still not. It's still not hitting the spot, bro. It's not hitting the spot. Okay, this is a little bit better. We just stack these over here. That's my little butter lamp collection. 0.65. Okay, cool. I will edit all of this when I have more patience and I want to do like a proper shelf. Should we do a shelf? We'll have to make it extensible. Yeah, and then like if I'm expanding the number of lamps in a patch node, I'll be like, we have an extra shelf now. You know, that way it will also indicate the maximum number of butter lamps that you can have. Because this way it's very ambiguous. And I don't want players to go on a wild goose chase looking for butter lamps when there are no butter lamps spawning. Let's just double check that rule. If it's still attempt lamp spawn total is greater than or equal to max lamps. Okay. Max lamps right now is at 8. How many shelves would that be? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We could tie that number to some kind of lower significance and we're good to go. If it was just 8, is it 8? What is max lamps right now? 8. We could do like a taller shelf. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Are we gonna do the shelf? Oh man, I don't want to do the shelf. Why I don't want to do the shelf is because like just placing them inside the shelf will just be like such a it'll be so hard to do because I'll have to do it through code. Is there some way for me to make it easier for me? No, there isn't. I don't want to write that code right now. That's too much code for too little output. Okay, now that we have some significance to the props, we are going to need more props. So I'm going to add more props now. Grass, let's go. Wait, these are this is fine. I can just place whatever I want here. Funny there's no wall. Wow. Why did I do this? Side X 40. Side X 40. Disp X 50. Hmm. Anchor, anchor, and an exit. I think it's because I didn't have the wall prop before when I wrote this. Disp X will be 50. Disp X 50 and width 50. All right, let's get some graffiti up on the walls here. Let me see if this is working. Props. Where'd my props go, dude? I just added them. Oh, did I control Z out of it? My God. My God, man. What are we? CS1. All right, we got wall props. All right, not bad. Not bad at all. Pots, garbage, some grass. Is this very tedious work? Yes, it is, but we do it out of love. So that's why it all makes sense. It all makes sense. It's a labor of love, you know. I guess I gotta give something my 100%. Ah, so sweet. More grass, more grass. I didn't write all of those buffers for nothing. And these would copy over. Oh, this one is not mirrored. Cool. Wall prefab any. Grass. Pots. I think the only reason why I added these was because I knew eventually that I'm going to make it so that I can quickly copy over this work for the mirror levels. It's like, you know, I'm thinking of some mechanic that I want. This doesn't even have to be like a mechanic in the game, but just like the tools that I'm working on, but that I'm working with. And I would like I would give myself reasons for why it would be cool if I did certain things, implemented certain features. And then there's this like subtle, like I'm sure like if you worked on a thing ever, you can relate with this. Your mind kind of like comes up with some reasons why it won't be a good idea, you know, like I don't want to I don't want to do this because this one part of the puzzle doesn't like fit, you know. And sometimes what I've realized, sometimes what happens is that those like the needs, the you know the features that you want, they kind of they're in competition with one another, like the work that you don't want to do but the features that you want, and there's like two of these, right? It's a really funny kind of like, and you realize that this is just you procrastinating, like It really it unwinds a lot of the the struggle somehow. I find that very fascinating. I don't know if it comes through. I don't know if I did a good job of explaining it, but it really, you can feel it. Like, oh wait, I'm putting this thing off because that would be maybe difficult to implement, but somehow like those two things that you're avoiding kind of like they solve this other third problem that you didn't know even existed. What? What? Now that's magic right there. We're doing magic. I want to get rid of that because it's oh wait, there's no I see. It's alright, we're just gonna roll with this for now. Thank you, Super Hunt Systems, for these lovely models. I got different vending machines though. I hope you don't mind. A CS2. CS2. Yes, yes, very nice. Now that I have grass in this section, I can maybe spawn some butter lambs. Butter lambs. Grass. Wait, this is an exact copy of this, isn't it? I think it is. I don't particularly love this level, but I'm just gonna dress it up anyway. I've as many ideas that I have of all the cool things that I want to do with the mechanics. There's definitely more stuff, okay, that I would like to implement. And I'm gonna get in as much as I can for the release. I feel like if I don't have that fire on my butt, then I lose momentum somehow. I don't know how that works, but it does that. So I am kind of doing that thing where I don't like I'm not 100%. I'm not too adamant about like what features need to be in the release version and which ones not. Like the essentials, I think I have them covered already. That's the important bits that I'm not gonna, you know, I'm not gonna trade those in, because then the game just doesn't feel complete. But like when if you kind of like go out and kind of think of new stuff and then look at the game the way it was before, you're like, oh yeah, it wasn't complete enough. Like, yeah, I know, but we have grass, we have garbage, we have some pots, miss pepper pots. CS3, let's see what you look like, bruv. Not bad. Wait, this is probably wrong. Yeah. Okay, cool. CS3, CS4. I like putting some grass around these pillars. I'm not using my big grass for some reason. I wonder why. I think it's like it's the least subtle of them all, because I mean, hey, it's big. It is very big. Garbage. No exit here. I like how the garbage is a wine bottle and I'm here sipping on my wine. some pots. This is essential because there's going to be some spicy stuff hiding in here. Like I already have the butter lamps. I'm thinking what else would fit. Like last time we discussed the teleport, the bookmark system that was missing, some in-game mechanics. Like there was actually no add bookmark to level functionality before this last weekend. So glad I got that out of the way. Here, here. Have your grassy surprise. With all the Lovely Planet references going in, and my insistence on doing this talking to my younger self thing, I'm getting super nostalgic about the time that when I was working on Lovely Planet. Dude, it was like this. I was in some kind of like dream world. Kind of shows in the game too, doesn't it? I had just finished university and I was just like, all right, finally I can just do whatever I want. And I did exactly that. First time in my life I felt. And I just wanted to like dream something into existence, And Callum's soundtrack just, oh man, what is it? The energy, the way it captures the energy in the game. I don't even want to take any credit for the work that I put into it, because like that, the way that soundtrack brings it together, while I was working on the game, I didn't know I wanted to go there, or that I could go there even. Just what a vibe. I was listening to the OST the other day. Brings back really good memories. Part of me wants to go back there. Maybe I'll look back to working on this game the same way. But my life is so different now. I think Tamashika, the energy that she captures is it's so obviously chaotic, right? I mean, you can see it. You can see the way the visuals and just the overall, even the meta narrative of all the stuff that's gone down. Personally in my life also, and publicly also on Twitter. There's too much. The tensions are high. When I was working on Lovely Planet, I was just like I don't have a care in the world, and I'm just gonna. I'm not just I'm just gonna block everything out, and I'm just gonna do my own thing. In a certain sense, I am doing that with Tamashika too, but my way of doing it is just very different. And I'm different too. Like I was a different guy when I worked on Lovely Planet. I can just hope that the energy that she does capture comes through, and whoever wants to play it can play it, man. I'm the least concerned about, like, oh, is this good design or whatever. Like, is it like successful? Is it an indie success? For me, when I press that big red button, will be the day. I think I've already had those moments like before release also. Like so many cool synchronicities have happened. With all the people that have come to like help me with this thing, and all the ideas that I had that kind of like came together, and it's like somehow seeing your dream, your vision come to life, but in this like very interactive kind of process where there's like, you involve your experiences, the people that you meet. And I'm like, damn, that in itself is so cool. It feels right. And coming back to placing the props on this level, man, I remember I would go into Lovely Planet and I would just like sit like for hours just like placing those hearts on the ground. There were lots of hearts on the ground. Um, that's my way of um, giving some texture because like it was all flat shaded. I was like, there we need some action going on around here. We need some vibes, bro. And this like fantastical world where there's like colors everywhere. And this overly happy music playing in the back is just it captures a very deep part of like how I feel in the world somehow. And I think the tamashika is like capturing a different dimension of that. It's like a different part of my psyche. It's more the shadow side, of course. Um, but that happy kind of like the in your face Hello Kitty energy. I'm not letting go of that at all. Actually, no, 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 no. See, I still have the hearts here, by the way, so I haven't placed them on the level yet, but I'll just show you while you're here. Da 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 da. And if you go into the game, CS5, is it? Yes. Oh, cute. Look at these. Aww. Cute. I also fixed this cascade issue. There is a freeze frame at the end now, which is fine. But did you see how the level got made first and then you get pulled back? There were instances where the game would kind of slip and the corridor wouldn't build fast enough. It is throttled. Um, I can show you where the throttling is happening. Flood timer. Yeah, you see this. It goes through the full buffer, but this timer. So if it's not in game state, then it doesn't delay anything. So yeah, that solved the problem. There's a minor kind of like slowdown in the start of at the end of the death animation. I'll fix it later if I feel the need to. It's a very minor change. Very minor. Uh, Grass. More grass, please. Is this an exit? It is an exit. My bad. CS5. CS6. Wow, no lights, huh? Just no lights. Pots and pans. I think we need some lights here. CS6. No, CS6. E. Cool. Garbage. On to CS7. What's up? Ah, there you go. On to CS8. I don't think we're gonna need much stuff here. Sure, maybe some grass. Just to color up these pillars a little bit. Much better. Much better. I'm not placing the plants because I actually don't like the ones that I have. I'm just gonna populate the world with more pots later. I'm just gonna add to that list and we're good to go. The placement and shape of these pots, like there isn't significance to it right now, but that could change. I'll see if I want to go there. I don't want to like squeeze in too much meaning and significance doesn't need to be there. CS8 special rooms. Oh boy, that's a lot of, oh, that's gonna be a lot of work. How's my mic being? I'm gonna test this recording later and see if it came through the audio. Is the audio good? You know what I'm gonna do while I'm at it? This mic mini's got a gain function. Is my voice louder? Maybe I'll go one more level up. Is my voice better now? I'll check it out in the recording. It does come through on my OBS. Yeah, is it toasting? No. I think this might be better than the volume that I had set on before. Maybe we'll just go one level down. There you go. Okay. Cool. Cool. I farted. Okay, I'm gonna take a break. Thanks for joining me. I will catch you in the next one. Infinite bliss.